Hello and welcome back to Football Manager 2019 here with Bath City Football Club at Rawslowgaming. We're trying to take Bath City Football Club to the top of Premier League and beyond, and we're taking gaming raw, slow and nice. Why it is, you see everything here on this channel. No cuts, no nothing really, and that's why we are 200 episodes or so in here, and we're only in Skybet League 2. We have had a really good first half of this season, our second season in Skybet League 2, and we're currently second in the league. So we're in a very good place there, and we are getting Baxter sold here, I guess. Or we have actually accepted a couple of offers here, I believe. Yeah, so we have accepted 675k straight out and 350k here, and we will not really stand against anything here, and we definitely approve of getting 40% on profit of next sale if Baxter actually develops to anything good, and that's fine. But Baxter, well, we're not that worried about losing Baxter. We have Miller, a real key player in the midfield that we're really worried about losing if they start bidding for him as well. We lost Gustavo in a last episode, or star future star in the defense that we signed last year from Manchester United, and now got sold to Hearts for 600k or so, which is good money for us. But we are building a team for the future, and selling off our top talents, it's not the greatest move, but I can't argue with the board each and single time, so can't do too much about that, unfortunately. Something else that we're doing quite intensely right now is scouting new players to get to sign here that could be the next Baxter, or I already forgot the name of our defender that we sold last time around. But our next talent, or payday, really, so to say, if they are getting sold or actually really developing to a superb player. And here we have someone that really looks quite interesting. Huge here. It's a little bit on the old side, but the cost here is definitely high. But we want to keep scouting him here. Because we think, well, the value is crazy, or the estimated transfer cost is crazy, but if he's not getting a prolonged contract, I think we are definitely interested in him, possibly at least. And yeah, not really interested in that, unfortunately, and not in Burns here either. So yeah, that is something we're doing, and that's something we'll be looking into here during this winter transfer window and after it as well, of course. Regarding matches, we have more coming up here as the next match, and sorry for probably butchering each and single team name, but yeah, I'm doing my best. So let's see here, another scouting meeting here. So Gustavo, of course, is the player that we were talking about, and he's immediately put on the loan list. So I guess we could make an offer to loan, but he's not interested in coming back to us, which is a shame. But all right. So we can't do too much about that, and not really that much interesting at all in that scout report. We have all interesting things going on outside of that we already had actions on, or already had got action and information on. So scouting is something that we will do immensely, as said here, until the end of the season to try and get those players that just will not get prolonged contracts in the higher leagues. So moving on towards here, the match day, we will get a training report as ever, and as ever also we're pretty much always listening to our assistant and our coaches, because, well, why else have we hired them if we know best ourselves with everything? Well, of course you need coaches to have as best training as possible and things like that, but still, I think that is something one should take advantage of, and we're actually leading here in terms of transfers getting in and things like that in Skybet League 2, so that's quite interesting here. And Morris, some good potential, and some pre-match tactical advice. We don't want to get stuck in fitness concerns. Yeah, we are having that for quite a few players. We are quite clear favorites here according to the bookmakers, and here we have a Miller, as said, current ability and potential ability is through the roof here, really, and we have a lot of teams here that are interested, but yeah, we really don't, or we really hope that we don't get offers on him. As you see, it's a Skybet League 1 player, so losing him will be a real loss. So training for the first team, 7.93 as an average, which is all right. Under 23s at 8.02, also all right, but not really more than that. And under 18s, 8.49, so that's pretty nice. Let's have a look here, as always, on the individual level and see if we need to criticize or praise anyone special. And Rawsom here, showing some improvement directly after getting some playing time, which is nice. He's quite decent and has quite high potential ability. And Jordan Gosling showing some improvement, but it's, as we had said, all too late for him. Baxter, yeah, you're getting sold because, well, you don't want to stay. And Akinola, Grit, Connor, Merch. Yeah, we are, as you see, also heavily influenced or based around lone players. And that's really the best way to keep the team up to the level that you want to, and also cheap, really. A really good way to keep the costs down, to don't sign players with crazy contracts and anything like that. And with a good parent club, you can get loans for free, which we are relying on quite heavily from West Brom, and they have been a really great partnership for us, actually. And will, as ever, let all players in the first team that is in need of match sharpness to play for the under 23s for 60 minutes per match until they are match fit. And sort of unfortunately, Baxter signed for Birmingham, which will bring in a lot of money for him first, but not so much later, and he's valued at 500,000 directly, so that's not too fun. And yeah, we picked up Baxter from Manchester United as well. So obviously, if you were to get in with a partner contract with Manchester United, then you have a good idea of players that they will not prolong and everything like that. So that's really something if you can manage to do that or get that. We could be thinking about doing that, but yeah, not happening right now. We do have West Brom. It's 2 tier above, which is all right. as we move up to Skybet League 1, I think we will have a look if we can't get some Premier League club to be our partners, so to say. And we are going to play... I think we're going to play De Havilland. Or are we playing Charles? I think De Havilland to start here. Or are we? No, I think Charles. Charles is... so we can play a little bit more balance with the support there. And Wilson, Kelly, Rayner, you are supposed to play here. Because you are by far the best left winger. And Ogun Seri, you are lacking your fitness test, so we'll put you on the bench for now. And you will get to play in the second half. Everyone is match fit. Well, actually Rayner is not match fit, so that is why we weren't playing him. So let's put Gray back in here and bring Rayner on the bench instead of Wilson. And other than that, it looks alright. We are going to put in Ogunseri and Rayner. Rayner can play pretty much anywhere, so that's alright. And we have Merge for defense. Could have Morris on the bench here as well. I think we'll do that instead of O'Connor. And yeah, I think we are ready to go to the match here. So we'll play straight off as usual, as straight off as it is in this stage, so to say, and comment the match as we always do. And before we start the match, or during I start the match, I'm going to say remember to smash that like button and everything like that, because I think this might be a little bit different of a setup. We're usually doing 2 matches for one episode. I think this might be only one, so that's why I'm saying smash the like button, smash or hit that subscribe button if you want to follow along on our journey, and as you do that, hit that small notification bell if you don't want to miss out on any of the content. Daily content each day at 3 p.m. Central European time. Of course, it's a big mix of games here, but hopefully you enjoy it, and if you do, as I do that, and if you for some reason would like to join a membership to the channel or join the channel as such, I would be very humbled if that is something you would even consider. Links are in the description, and you can check out what sort of perks you get from that if that is something you're interested in doing to support the channel. It's really a great way to do that and support all small creators, actually. So let's focus here on the match instead. So we have had a few highlights, or one highlight here, where Morecambe had a little bit of a chance. Nothing too dangerous, but they have definitely have the upper hand in the first 2 minutes. We are having a highlight right now, though, that is for Basity. To Rawson almost got to the ball and had a real chance, but unfortunately lost it, and it's another counter-attack here for Morecambe. I think it was that the first time as well, and it's a goal here in the 4th minute, unfortunately for Morecambe. And yeah, not the start of the match that we were looking for. A little bit unlucky, both with everything here and that defending deflection, so to say, that got to be a great pass for the Morecambe player. So next highlight here, also for Morecambe, and it's another goal in the 6th minute, and now we really have an uphill battle here for us. So we will struggle for sure. Very good opportunity there, very easy for Morecambe, and I think, well, our keeper were pretty blocked there, but I think he should maybe have reached that. This is not the result we want at all. I said we need to get back here pronto. I hope that we can do so. Ross on to Pius with a chance. Shoots straight at keeper here, unfortunately. And commentator says that should have been a goal. Maybe it should have been. It wasn't. But here is the corner from Miller and a free kick for Morecambe. So nothing. And we are going to keep using the shout button. And for this time, it's demand more. And show some passion and push forward and all those things we'll keep saying. Next highlight here in the 28th minute, 29th. Morecambe were pushing, but now we are pushing bad. Rawson picking up the ball, and he hits the post. Almost a reduction there after a really high push there. So a bit unfortunate for sure. I think that we have been a bit unlucky here so far in this match. I hope that we can get in with a chance there. Gray with a real smoker over the top bar there, unfortunately. And an exciting first half. Unfortunately not a good one for us. But that's the end of the first half. In terms of stats, very even, other than goals, as I said. And not a great match so far by the lads. So we will criticize to anyone that have been playing 6.3 or lower. And let's see here, say something to Pius. All right, so he's happy about that, singling out him to say that he have the ability to change the outcourse of this match, so to say. And let's hope he can do that. We need 3 goals here in the second half. We'll shout push forward as the next shout here. And we are going to do some early switches here. So we're putting in Ogunseri instead of Gosling. And Rayner. We are actually going to wait a little bit with you, and we are going to switch in the Haviland just because Miller seems to be disinterested, so you will not get to play anymore. And we'll keep shouting here. Next, show some passion, and within 5 to 10 minutes or so, we will switch out Gray as well. And put in Rayner. And not much happening here at all, which is a shame really. And now we got an injury on Charles, and since we can't do any substitutions, we gotta take him off. Which is a shame, which will basically mean that we can't really win this match. So we will go back to defensive or something in our mentality here. And we are dropping a place here in the table and have Skantorp with 1 match less played, less than 3 points behind us. So very likely that we will drop out of the direct promotion spots after this, unfortunately. So the final result for Bassett versus Morecambe is 0-2, shots 13-14, shots on target 66, and possession 49-51%. Looking at the players' rating overall, pretty darn bad. Well, not horrible, but it's bad. And the players just didn't come up to where they should have come up to, so to say. And as said, we're down to 3rd place now, just 1 point clear of the playoff zone, but we have Skantorp with 1 match less played, only 2 points behind. So in reality, we could have been outweighed, so to say, already. 2,352 attending that game, so that's all right. Sean's out for 2 to 3 weeks, which is not that great, but we can handle as we have the Haviland, but we are a lot slimmer without Baxter here, I feel, in the midfield or central midfield. So we will see here what we do. I think we will have a look on the scouting here right now, actually, and see what we have left in assignments. Nothing, actually. So let's see here. Our priorities, is that, yeah. All right, so we're definitely able to do play search here again. So we will search, scout anyone that we haven't here that is decently young. And obviously this is by value, so we're going to keep scouting. I think some of these players we probably have scouted before. That's usually the case, and usually they're not living up to where we want them to be. And let's scout Anang here as well. We do need a keeper. So, all right. So let's have a look in the Premier League as well. Premier Division, and we have a few more players here that we can scout. So, and that is definitely something we are going to do. Let's continue. They were, I don't know, they were old, so there's no real reason in scouting them, but we did anyway, as we are looking for youth players and not really golden oldies, so to say. We are building the team for the future as ever, taking it raw and slow and nice. But yeah, there is going to be new players that are interested, because now we of course have ticked in on our players that could be interested in signing to us, or realistic transfers. And yeah, our stature, our status in the football world isn't enough to get any player that is likely not getting a contract with our first team or Premier League club. And I think they will want maybe a Skybet League 1 club at the very, very worst, or rather a Skybet Championship or Championship League club. Alright, and we will not comment any transfer stories around Miller. And yeah, the potential for Miller has gone down according to our scouts or staff, which is a shame, but it's all right, I guess. And yeah, Ponticelli, why are you talking about our players? That's very strange. As long as we don't get any offers here before the winter transfer on Miller, I'm actually really happy with that we can keep him for the remainder of the season at least. So Healy here, striker. Well, I guess we can scout him. And move forward here towards that end of the transfer window. Move forward quite fast actually towards the next match day against Doncaster Rovers. Auto-select and confirm. Right, so let's just say in here. Yep. So let's continue. Sometimes that auto thingy is a little bit irritating, since they don't include the players that are under 21 or something like that. And since we're heavily relying on those type of players, we get an issue there sometimes. And it looks like West Brom here might have a chance to go up to Premier League, which is good. And we are just going to decline all of these offers. And we'll just hope that they don't come in with more. Because I really don't want to lose Miller, as said. We'll just reject the offer here. And according to the bookmakers, we are favorites against Doncaster. Upcoming match, quite clear favorites. So that's pretty nice. And I'm really worried now with all the bids coming in there that there will be a bid better than the board, or as too good for the board to say no to. And Jordan offer. Well, you can make that as much as you want because he's really playing, so we're not really selling him. That would be real suicide, as we're quite slim in our organization for sure. So we're definitely trying to keep all the players that we can. And I think we'll get through the transfer window here and then finish off the episode. So another offer here for Miller that we'll just reject. And we are now actually only hours away from the transfer window closing. And Burton make another offer for Miller. And unfortunately, that starts to be quite high in value. All right, so training week in average 7.76 for the first team. Quite all right. Under 23s 7.82. All right as well, and 8.38 for the under 18. So quite fine there. And let's have a look. Any changes that are really to note that is new? I don't think so, since we are not hitting any new month or anything like that. We are likely seeing the same things here, which includes Miller, of course, getting worse in, well, everything, really. And quite a lot as well, unfortunately. 0.2 it looks on pretty much everything. And let's continue here. And we are past the transfer window, and of course we do have the two major transfers from Bath, and we almost had one more big transfer there with Miller, but luckily enough we got out of it. So we'll just confirm the selection and nothing new there, and we'll just move it forward here a little bit and see if we can get any updates here on what we want to have updates on. And that is what? Well, I don't know what it is. Bronson wins Players of the Month, and that is understandable. 5 appearances, 5 goals, and an average rating of 8.38, which is pretty darn crazy. And picks up the Young Player of the Month award as well. So a great month for Rawson. We'll congratulate him for his victory there in that award, so to say. And with that said, thanks so much for watching this episode. Hope to see you here soon again. Bye bye. You have been watching Rawslowgaming, and I hope you have enjoyed. On clicking on the video on the left, you will see the next video in this series, and on the right our latest upload to the channel. And with that said, thank you again for watching.